Well guys, it's that time of year again. Time to reinsure this car. And what that means is, it's a nice happy birthday to this thing. But yeah, what's up guys? I'm Envy and but yeah, this is basically kind of a year in review for this car for me. So I guess in this video we'll talk about how I came to this car, kind of what's on it, how I modified it, and guess what's for the future for it. And I'll give you guys my thoughts, and I guess I'll give you guys my thoughts after a year of driving it. But first things first, let's get insured. Yep, and just like that, we're all insured. Oh, and before I forget, I did pull off the wheels, so I might as well retruck them now. But yeah, we're a little dirty today. Yep, and that is that. So yeah, as I was mentioning at the beginning of the beginning of the video, it's been 1 year with this car, my 2009 370Z, or Z if you're Canadian like me. Honestly, nobody says Z unless you're one of those guys. But yeah, so this is an 09 nice scrape 370Z Grand Touring model, so everything's all maxed out. Got the both speakers and everything, and got the big brake package as well. And I bought this last year because I was in the market for a sporty coupe. So my choices buy down to 370Z, a BRZ, and the new RF Miata. And not gonna lie, I was really leaning towards the RF Miata to the point where I was willing to spend up to 30K for a brand new one. Sorry, not a brand new one, but a relatively brand new one. And I was pretty much on the hunt for a car for 4 months then. And I was pretty stubborn back then. So I wanted it to be a manual, and lo and behold, back then I actually didn't know how to drive a manual. I actually learned how to drive stick in this car by myself, and actually maybe I'll explain that in a different video. But yeah, I was looking for a manual sporty coupe, and yeah, I landed towards those options. So about 4 months passed by, and I looked at several cars with several different experiences with different people trying to sell them, and finally this car came about. This car was driven by an older gentleman, someone in their 70s, who bought this as a retirement present back in when these first released in 09 or 08. Can't remember when. So this was pretty much quote-unquote granny driven. So back when I looked at it, it had 35,000 kilometers on it, which is about 23,000 miles, I think. 35,000 divided by 1.609. I don't know. And that being said, like, everything was pretty much pristine. There's a little dings on the body, but I couldn't complain too much given the quality of the car and how pretty much like brand new it is. You wanna know how much I got this car for? I got it for $15,000 Canadian, which is about $12,000 USD if you factor in the conversion. I don't know about you guys or how it works in your areas, but that was pretty much a steal. Like that's pretty much what the guy listed it for. If I wanted to, I could have haggled down, but if I were to be honest, I would have paid like $18,000 for his car. But yeah, I got this car for $15,000 Canadian, and honestly, like, it's one of the best investments I ever made. So I grabbed the car. My friend actually test drove it for me since I didn't know how to drive stick back then, and yeah, I taught myself how to drive stick in this car, and here we are 1 year later. So we're just gonna pull up to this spot right now, and so we can grab like a look at the outside of the car, even though it's relatively dirty. I haven't cleaned it in a couple of weeks, so have like a little walk around the car and see how it looks from the outside. So something that I forgot to mention earlier was this car hasn't been winter driven as well. So on top of being granny driven and pretty much only garage kept, never seen any winter, and pretty much having low kilometers, I had to say I got a good deal. And not to mention, this was also like pretty much stock as well until I came around to it. So the last guy was like really nice with the car. Me, myself, and I have not been. So for the past year, this has been my daily driver, and I've pretty much driven this in all seasons. So since last summer to the fall to, of course, the winter, which honestly we don't really get that much snow here, but we did get snow at one point. And I gotta say, in the winter with a real drive car, it's pretty damn fun. Yeah, and I had to end up getting snow tires for that as well. So, but things will change as I explain it later on in the video. Almost at the spot. You gotta love these underground park gates, man. Except for these little speed bumps. I'm not a big fan of these. Avoid these ones. I'm such a little bastard, dude. I'm just fucking tripping tires in first gear. Oh boy. I remember this one from last time. Oh, Jesus Christ. But yeah, here we are, pulled up to the spot. So let's grab a lookie. Gotta make sure I'm still recording. But yeah, here is my car basically. So you can see it isn't really looking like it's very stock, nor is it looking like it's very clean. Don't worry, this thing's getting a bath in a couple days, or a day. But yeah, a 2009 370Z. So what I've basically done to it so far is, so we got Catback exhaust. We still have the cats in, so I have an Invidia Gemini exhaust. We're lowered on 14L500 coilovers, and we have 18-inch RPF ones. So, and that's all 18-inch by 10.5 all around square, 285, 35, 18, wrapping them. And as far as the engine goes, nothing's really different. So another mod I did was the RJM Clutch Pedal. So I heard from people online that should be one of the first things you should modify in this car, and it was. So I modified the clutch pedal, changed all the fluids. So we got .4 clutch fluid, .4, well actually no, brakes aren't done yet. Got new trans fluid, new clutch fluid. Pretty much all the fluids were pretty good. So they're like relatively new and topped off from my friend has said, and from what I've looked at as well, they look relatively pretty good as well. But yeah, engine bay all stock, nothing's really been done to it. And yeah, that's pretty much as far as it goes. Exterior wise, nothing's been done. You see, I dipped the handles and the emblems because I kind of like the blacked out look. If you know this, you know. And yeah, this is pretty much my car. So my year with the car summed up in 2 words as I started up. It's been great. Like, this is my first sports car, and the first time I actually get to modify a car, and as well as my first manual transmission car as well. So it's been quite a learning experience with this thing. So I pretty much did most of the modifications myself. Oh yeah, another thing I forgot to mention. I have a stage 2 clutch now. Yeah, I have a stage 2 clutch as I crunched my subframe back there. And I also have the zSpeed CSC replacement kit, or sorry, relocation kit, because I know the main thing for me was trying to get all the common things out of the way that are wrong with these cars. And one that's well known in the Z community is the fact that these CSCs go bad at an unprecedented time. So we never know when it's gonna go bad. I don't want to be stuck on the side of the road limping my car, or stuck in the middle of the road with no clutch. So I got that done right away. And since I was pulling off the transmission, well, not me, the shop that did it, I might as well have gotten the clutch done as well. So that's what I did, even though the clutch was pretty much healthy when I took it out. So that was kind of a peace of mind kind of thing. But yeah, the year in this car has been great. A lot of learning experiences. Most of these mods haven't done by myself. And yeah, the car's easy to drive. The clutch pedal, I can see why people thought I was finicky back before I got the RJM clutch pedal in. Well, actually no, I didn't really have it's hard to say. Like, I didn't have a baseline for what clutch pedals felt like, because this was my first manual car. So after I did put the RJM clutch pedal in, it made the driving a lot more easier, a lot more linear. There was a lot more pedal feel. But yeah, drivability wise, it's pretty reliable. Like, you get decent gas mileage. I wouldn't say it's like top tier, but well, actually for a sports car, you get pretty good gas mileage with this. I'm not gonna lie. Even though I'm topping up like $100 for a full tank from a quarter tank. So far, I had no issues with the car. Everything's pretty, like I mentioned before, this is pretty much like a brand new car if I were to think about it. Even if it was like 12 years old. Sorry, 12 years? 11 years old. It was well taken care of by the last owner. Some things that I didn't like about the car. I'm not gonna complain about the space, because that's kind of what you pay for with the with a coupe, a sporty coupe, should I say. Something that I did have a gripe with was the lack of visibility though. Because if I were to do this, normally when I had my old sedan, I could do shoulder checks, you know, because I like to be safe like that. But in this case, doing shoulder checks are pretty useless. But that can be easily solved with a fisheye mirror on the side mirrors. So that's pretty much my shoulder checks now, and it does a pretty good job. The only thing is, like, it's not really good at night. Yeah, other than that, I can't I don't have any other things that come to mind. Oh, actually, one thing that really sucks, there's no Bluetooth in this car. And if there is, actually there is, but it's just only for talking on like handheld devices. So I had to buy a little Bluetooth dongle to play my music. So that's gonna get easily resolved when I get a double din in. But no, like the car's really good. Honestly, like if you're looking for a nice sporty coupe, 370Z is like a pretty reliable and pretty fun car to go about. And you have a lot of power out the gate, even though some people say, well, 332 horsepower isn't that powerful. It is for me, because I went from a fucking went from a 94 horsepower car to a 332 horsepower car. So yeah, future plans for this car. So next year, I was planning on doing it this year, but I had a little bit of experience that I needed to deal with financially. So I want to get test pipes, well, original long tube headers, but here in Vancouver, I like to not have to get a VI or a vehicle inspection done on my car. It's basically something that you get if you get pulled over by the police and they think your car has some illegal modifications onto it. Allegedly. But yeah, so we're looking at test pipes, a tune, test pipes, cold air intake, a tune. So basically trying to make as much NA power as possible within a nice money to power budget, because I think long tube headers are a little more expensive now that I think about it compared to just test pipes, especially since I'm planning on going forced induction in the future, but that's not happening for a long time. Aesthetics wise, I think a year after I do test pipes, cold intake, and a tune, I'm probably gonna wrap the car as well. I ain't gonna say what color I'm gonna wrap it in, but that's pretty much the plan aesthetically. I was thinking about getting a body kit, but I don't know if it's really worth it at this point. Oh wait, no. Well, yeah, it's gonna take some time to think about it, but it's nothing that I am concerned with at this moment. But yeah, guys, this is pretty much what the future holds for this 370Z. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope you enjoy your day. Take care.